for our daily financial news. We will do our daily financial news at 7:30. But I just had to get to this topic that probably 30, maybe 40 of you sent me over the weekend. Folks, there was an article in the Wall Street Journal that I read, consumed, and frankly scared me a little bit, but also pointed to what you and I should be focused on. This article in the Wall Street Journal basically identified that, hey, if you're selling a home today, 1 in 5 of your buyers, or 20%, will never live in it. It goes on to talk about pension funds and deep pocket Wall Streeters and 200 plus companies chasing single family rentals. And as this title indicates in this live stream, there are great reasons for companies like D.R. Horton and Lennar that were identified in the article to never build, at least for years to come, a single family home again for you and I, mom and pop, to purchase. Let me go through the numbers. Let's talk about what's going on. This is obviously one of the negatives, one of the huge negatives of having kind of worldwide low rates. And what is going on here is deep pocket Wall Streeters, pension funds are chasing yield. They've proven a model that until the Great Recession was unknown. The proven model by Invitation Homes, American Homes for Rent, is yes, you can build scale in single family. You can turn that into a yield play. And now there's hundreds of billions of dollars doing deals. So here's the first one, D.R. Horton. D.R. Horton, if you don't know, is the largest builder by unit count in the United States. They built a community in Conroy, Texas, of 124 homes. The entire tract that they built, the community, was 124 homes. What D.R. Horton chose to do with this community is rent out every unit as it was built, right? Thus creating an asset, right? 124 units. It's now an asset that they could package up and sell on the open market. So they did that. They put it on the open market, hoping to make about 20% margin, which is about what they make selling to mom and pop, right? The individuals, with a lot less headaches, right? You sell to one buyer versus 124. So they probably make a little bit more money, and it's certainly faster. But here's the deal. They put it on the market and a bidding war ensued. Just like we're hearing about single family homes getting 25 offers, waiving appraisal conditions, no inspections, all that nonsense we hear about individually. Well, D.R. Horton experienced it in Conroy, Texas. The winning bidder paid $32 million for the community, for the cash flow, for the yield. And here's the deal. It's a cash purchase, right? There are no appraisal conditions and things of that nature. But here's why I think builders could really stop building affordable homes, affordable homes to sell. Because again, D.R. Horton is not a charity. It is not a government entity. It is a for-profit organization. D.R. Horton identified that their gross margin after closure of this 124 units in Conroy, Texas, was 50%. Chew on that a little bit. They make about 20% margin selling homes to individuals. They made a 50% margin on this 124 unit deal. Why would they build another home, at least for the foreseeable future, as people are chasing yields? They should go all in. Right? If I was a shareholder in that company in D.R. Horton, I would be telling them, you know what? Go satisfy the demand. Because again, just like the individual buyers who have 20 offers on one home, there's only one winner. They leave 24 other institutions wanting. So there's a huge appetite. Why would D.R. Horton do this? On top of that, Lennar, this puts in context why Lennar is committing $4 billion to this initiative, build for rent. This is a model. And, builders as a for-profit entity should stop selling one-offs. They should build entire communities as rentals, package it up as a unit, and then sell it off to Wall Street or pension funds and all of that. They're newer units. They can probably control costs better because a rental unit is not as nice as an owner occ. There's not as many. You don't have to worry about variations. Think about all the variations D.R. Horton and Lennar have to go through. Toll Brothers, right? When they have these little communities and go, oh, this one wants this color granite, that one wants that, and this one. Forget it. If it's a rental, you just buy all the same. It just doesn't matter, right? So again, I when I read that article and I read it again this morning, I think there's an excellent chance that we actually get less new homes for sale. Why? Why would they take their scarce capital, their scarce resources, and continue to put it into a less than productive initiative? We all know that lumber prices are up. Well, great. Don't eat margin on an individual sale. Go maximize any spend and put it where you can get a 50% gross margin. This is going to have impacts across the board. It is going to make housing more expensive. We could see the dreaded fall in home ownership, right? If there are less homes for sale into individuals, and we continue to see Wall Street, pension fund, hedge funds, the rich, whoever these people are, buy more and more rental communities, we could see the dreaded and all important home ownership at 68 and a half. We could see that fall. So what else do I have here? And again, the other thing is this is permanent financing, right? These people are buying for cash. They don't have to go, do inspections with FHA. These aren't 3.5 down. These aren't high risk loans. They're getting done. The other thing to realize is there's a couple of very hot markets. It's kind of the smile states if you look at the U.S. Houston, Texas is the hottest. Houston, Texas, about 24% of purchases, or 1 in 4, is to somebody who's not going to live there. Other hot cities are Miami, Phoenix, and Vegas, of all places. Vegas is smoking hot. The other thing to realize is John Burns, we've had them on, one of their consultants on about 4 months ago. They have now upped their appreciation for the year. In our conversation with them, they were talking about 8%. I actually said they were light. I think it would be 10. Looks like they've come out and jumped over me and said now it's 12. Folks, when we start having less homes for individuals and we are feeding the appetite of deep pockets, prices for individual units are going to go up. The other thing that this does, again, because new homes are really a small part of the market, existing homes are going to go higher. They just have to, right? If you can't go buy that new construction, you gotta feed your appetite somewhere, and that's going to be in existing home sales. This is just pointing to higher and higher prices going forward. This is all caused by the Fed, the government, whoever they are, forcing rates artificially low. This is an unintended consequence, and frankly, it should have been expected. The other thing that's happening, folks, is these deep pockets that used to chase apartments. They're not chasing apartments or multifamily, right? Cap rates are too low. They are moving to a new asset class, and they are turning 124 homes, individual single family homes, into an asset, and they're getting better deals, right? The cap rates are higher. So this is interesting time, right? Again, if you're following this channel, you're likely interested in real estate. So do your homework, figure out what's going on. Realize that as new homes maybe have less production, because they frankly should. Why would D.R. Horton or Lennar or Toll ever build a home and get less margin than if they could sell somewhere else? It's just frightening to think about. But for me, it's like, okay, hold on to your existing homes. Go try to get some more. Make sure you understand quality differences, because again, the other thing we see with these deep pockets is they want new. So I'm not going to focus on the new stuff. I'm going to go to where the opportunities are. All right, I just had to get that off my chest. We will do our daily financial news at 7:30. I have a whole list of things to talk about outside of this. But yep, this is going to be interesting. Take care, everyone. We'll talk to you in a few minutes. Bye-bye.